Hey everyone, so on this episode I want to try and teach you, or at least show you, how I teach spot landings, landing where you want to land. So rather than just do your landing approach and land wherever you land, try and pick a spot and land at that spot. So I'm going to pull a table in here and do a bit of a drawing and try and explain it like that first before we go up on the hill. So let's get to it. Okay, so how should we do this? Let's say the wind is blowing. Can you see this? I'm going to readjust this. That's a rubbish angle. Hang on. Okay, can I get on this bed? Okay. Oh, it's still rubbish angle. Okay, so I'll do this the way you're looking at it. So the wind is blowing at the paraglider. Something like that. Okay, so the wind is blowing and the glider's planted into wind, and we want to land there. Okay, so if we're at altitude now and we fly straight at the spot, we'll overshoot. We'll go way past it. Okay, if we go too far downwind, we won't reach it. So I tend to come in where I know I can easily reach my landing spot, and then what I do is I'll do these snaky turns, these sort of S turns, back and forth like so, losing altitude, and then as I get closer and lower, and I know I've made the correct amount of turns before I go in to get to the spot, I will then head on into the spot. Arms up, plenty of speed, unless obviously it's bumpy. If it's a bumpy day, make sure you got a little bit of pressure on. But that's what I do. I do these S turns. Now what a lot of people do is, if I quickly do that again, wind, paraglider, spot, like that, what a lot of people do is they probably will do their S's, but they tend to do them more like this. And the trouble is, you're not losing enough height. You're not going off to the sides enough, like so. If you just do them like that, you tend to lose a little bit of height, but you'll still overshoot. You'll still go past. You've got to do proper S turns, snake turns off to the side. They're sort of ridge soaring figure of eights, and while you're doing it, you're constantly looking at your spot where you wish to land. I hope that sort of makes sense of what I'm going to try and do up on the hill now and show you. Not a lot else to say. Let's get up the hill and show you. Okay, this is June 2024 this year, on one of my fly guiding holidays in France, Lake Annecy.
Go left now to make the spot. Left more. Too high. Needed to go much longer and sharper on the left before doing that right.
So yeah, basically he needed to do longer legs, S turns, downwind before his final approach. He would have made the spot much better then.
Yeah, way too late. Way too late. In fact, this one's going to land miles past. And you shouldn't be putting brake on now either. You want to be coming with your arms up with loads of speed. Beautiful. Second top landing for Wayne ever. That's good. You might need to go off left more, you're high. You don't want to overshoot, otherwise you'll end up at the bottom. So go left, go down the track before you come right. That's good. You're still high. And now do a right now and sort of drift back to the cars a bit. Come right. Come right. Right more. Right more. That's good there. That's good. That's good. Wait for the sink and then turn into wind. Gentle, relax. Okay, into wind. Relax. Nothing too hard now. Just relax. Very good. Very good.
Okay, so let's try and land by this red spot. So as you can see, I'm very high, so I'm just flying on a downwind leg before I turn on the base leg here. I'm looking where I want to land. So I've gone off to the left first, and now here we go, I'm turning right, and I'm keeping an eye on the spot where I want to land. So I'm running right, but I'm looking left. Still too high, that's where I want to land. So I'm running left again. So what I'm doing here is I'm doing S-turns to lose altitude. So look back, still high, so I'm going to go right along the threshold of the field. And while I'm going along this threshold, I'm looking left where I want to land. Because if I fall short, if I start to lose altitude, I want to start running into my landing zone. Still a bit high, so here we go, I'm making another right turn. This is looking good. Small left now, followed by a small right, I think. Small right here. This is looking close. Yeah, this looks good. Straight in now. Arms up, plenty of speed. Nice big smooth flare. Boom. Okay, so here's myself again, another day doing the same sort of landing, but this time I'm a lot closer to where I want to land. So I'm doing the turns quite a bit more tighter. Don't do this until you've really mastered your glider and you're confident at turning this tight. Okay, here's another one. I'm landing on one of my local sites, slightly high for where I want to land. I've picked my spot. So as you'll see here, there's the drift off to the left. Here comes the right now. There's the right. A little bit tight. I wouldn't advise you do it this tight. Do it much more gentle than this until you master it. Back to the left. Back to the right. I'm looking at my spot. I can see that that's about where I want to be. So no more turning now. Nice and straight. Stand up early. And running for my landing. And yet again, here's another one. So the pilot wants to land just to my left of my wingtip. So there's the left and right turns, just like we keep talking about, to scrub off altitude. If he came straight towards us now, he would overshoot. He wants to land right by me. So there's the small left and right. It's another tiny gentle one there. Stand up early, plenty of speed, and he's nailed it. Boom. And again, here comes one of my team pilots off to the left. Now off to our right. He's looking at us. He wants to land by us. We are his spot, as it were. And there you go. He's picked his spot. He's scrubbed off altitude, and now it's just a nice straight run in. Lots of speed, and then a nice deep smooth flare. Landed right where he wanted. Okay, this is myself again on my own gear. I've come to the hill for a day of flying for myself. So I'm just going to have a little bit of a fly around, and then I'll show you my final top landing part of the video, i.e. spot landing. I just want to say, while I'm flying now, thanks so much for all the subscribers. It's fantastic, over 8,000 now. So I must be doing something fairly right for you. Thanks very much for that, guys. So here we go. The final spot landing on this video. Okay, here we go. Flying downwind now. In a minute you'll see all the pilots. I want to land by that cross, so I've come slightly downwind. Not too far because I don't want to get blown back in the wind. I'm looking right now. I want to land somewhere where we put that cross. So I've gone off to the left. Here comes that right first part of the snake part of the turn. And now I'm looking left and I'm picking my spot. Still too high. So keep going off to the right. And now I'm going to go left again. If I go straight now over the pilot, I'll overshoot. So I'm just doing these snaky S-turns to lose altitude. Keep looking at the spot. I've picked my spot just to the left of those guys there. So gentle turns now, nothing too steep. Right there.
Okay,
I hope you enjoyed that. It's quite a fun one to make and a little bit different. So if you give that a try and it works out for you, which it will, it definitely will, send me a message and let me know how you get on with it and how many attempts it took you to land where you wanted to land. Anyway, thanks very much, guys. See ya.